Peace and love, family. Welcome back. If we are meeting for the first time, welcome. I am Oshun Yinka, and before we get into this topic today, I want you to click the link in the description and join me on the Patreon, patreon.com/Oshun Yinka, where we get deeper into conversations like this, specifically talking about hoodoo ritual and the hoodoo tradition. So go ahead and join the Rebirth Society. Drop some gems down in the comments if you're already a part of the tribe, and let's go ahead and get right into today's topic.
Yinka. I'm the spiritual type, and I'm a boss too. I'm a strong black woman. I can teach you femininity, the life of luxury. Come chill with me, and let me show you.
So as you may or may not know, my first love is womb healing. I am a fertility specialist where I help women to balance their hormones naturally, become fertile, and conceive if that is your wishes. That is what I do primarily. And one thing that I've noticed over the years is not that common, but sometimes when it comes to your infertility and womb trauma, a lot of times it is generational. It is a generational curse. I don't know how many times I've heard women say that their mom and their mom's mom and their mom's mom's mom has had to get a hysterectomy. I don't know how many times I've heard women say that they have a history of early menopause. Like, these are things that are kind of linked to generational traumas and generational cycles that can be broken with spiritual work. A lot of times these are not things that your doctor is going to be able to tell you. So the difference between working with a holistic practitioner versus just a Western practitioner is that I'm going to assess the mind, body, and the spirit. And a lot of times this is generational, not just genetics or, something is passed down, even though, all of those things kind of go hand in hand, but it's more so like spiritual trauma that's going on. It's not just, we ate the same diets and we practice the same things. I've literally met women who had curses on their wombs. So if this sounds like you or some of the women in your family, give this video a thumbs up and keep watching, because I'm going to show you how to heal spiritual trauma with a specific hoodoo ritual. So what you'll need for this ritual is 9 bricks, just like this, just a regular red brick. And make sure you get 9 of them. You can get these from Lowe's or somewhere for like 89 cents a brick, but get you 9 bricks. You want to have a white cloth. I just got a little piece of paper towel just for demonstration purposes, but you want to have a white cloth. 2x2, that'll work very fine. You don't have to have a big old cloth. You want to have some type of parchment paper like so. You want to have 9 tea light candles like this. You want to have 9 tea light candles. You want to have honey, and I prefer the best quality. Maybe not, very top grade, but at least local honey. I find that works best. But when it comes to hoodoo, it's all about using your resources. So please don't let money be an issue. If you don't have the money for it, then get the honey that is accessible to you. Don't make it a big deal. So the first thing you want to do is write a list of the mothers or ancestors, and this can be on either side, wherever the trauma is going on. And if you don't know specifically, then just write to all the mothers or the ancestors and the mothers of, just be general with it, but specific to the mothers of your family or your lineage if you don't know them by name, because everybody doesn't know their their ancestors by name. So if you don't know them, then just write out to all the mothers on my mother and father side. If you have a picture, that works better, but a name works just as fine. On your parchment paper, you want to write out exactly what you want to heal. So whatever curses that you might have on your womb, whether it be hormonal dysfunction, a lot of miscarriages, if you have cycles in your family where all the women, they have a whole bunch of kids, but none of them are married, none of them have money, they're all on welfare and things like that, that is also a curse to the womb. So whatever it is that you are wanting to put to bed, whatever this curse is that you want to reverse or get rid of and remove it off of your lineage. You want to write a letter to them. Now, this is going to be a love note to them. You want to write this letter very sweet, very elegantly, but you are also declaring and decreeing that that curse has been lifted off of your family, while also thanking them for the work that they have done, because without them you would not be. So you want to gracefully and kindly, talk to them in a sweet and passionate way of thank you for your services, thank you for doing what you could do with the resources that you have, but it's time to let that go. It's time for you to let go of that trauma. It's time for you to let go of that hurt, womb trauma, as far as molestation and things like that your family don't talk about. Those are all the things that you want to bring up, especially in the very first petition. So you want to write that letter, and then you're going to put it on top of the brick. Then you're going to get your cloth and you're going to put that on top. Then you're going to place your picture wherever your picture is. My other paper flew away, but the other picture, you're gonna have your picture, and then you're gonna have the candle on top of their name or whatever their the name or the picture that you have. You want to put the candle on top, so it's gonna look something like this. Now the next thing would be your sweetener. So I love to use honey, but you can use any type of sweetener. If Big Mama used to love pound cake, then put you some pound cake there. Anything that is sweet that they love, that you knew that they love. And if you don't know what they love, then you can't go wrong with honey. So what you do with the honey, I have like this little shot glass or like a little saucer glass to dip your sauces in, and I will pour the honey in there. You want to put like 3 squirts of honey in that jar. You want to taste it first. Shout out to my girl Oshun. But you want to taste the honey first, and then put the honey into this saucer or into this little small bowl. You're gonna do this for 9 consecutive days, and try to do it when the sun comes up, so before 7 a.m. or at least by 7 a.m. If you can't do it before the sun rises, at least do it while the sun is up. You don't want to do this while the sun is going down. You want to do it while the sun is up. We are elevating our ancestors and venerating our ancestors, while simultaneously helping them to heal and to level up, because when you think of healing, you think of evolving, even in the spiritual realm. So we're doing this when the sun is rising, and you're going to do this for 9 consecutive days. You're going to do the same thing on the next day. The only difference is you're going to have whatever your petition is, you're going to put that on top of your next brick, and then just lay it on top just like this, and you're going to keep stacking them from the bottom. So you're going to have whatever your petition is, whatever your letter is, you're going to put that on top and then place it up under it, and you're going to keep leveling this up every single day. Every single day you should have a new candle, and every single day you want to put 3 more drops of honey into the cup that you have on top. Everything that's on top is going to stay on top, but each letter is going to go in between the bricks, if that makes sense. So that is pretty much it. You're going to do this for 9 days consecutively without missing a day, and make sure that you're not just doing this blankly. One thing that I cannot stand is when people get rituals or they get spells and then they just do it and then think it's just done with that. You need to still be praying. You need to still be here at this space, not just lighting it and then going about your business after you write it, but actually sit here and pray and meditate. You need to make sure that you feel the energy of these things moving out of your way, of these things moving out of your bloodline and out of your lineage. Actually praying to your ancestors and letting them know that, hey, I'm doing the work to make sure that you guys are healing. I'm doing the work. Help me to stand on your shoulders as I do the work. While you're on that realm, help me out here on this realm. Halfway through this, say day 4 or 5, you're going to start to see visions and dreams, and they're going to start to communicate with you. There might be some hardship that's going on, because right after intention there's always going to be destruction. So don't get discouraged when you start to see those things. That's when you want to give it a little more ashe. You want to give it a little more sweetness. You want to give it a little more strength, and ask them to guide you and to protect you as you do this healing work. And don't just stop there. If you really want to spice things up, then do a fast. Do a water fast or a juice fast while you're doing this, or even just do a really strong intermittent fast, meaning that probably you only eat in a 4-hour window throughout the day, but make sure that you are giving this all the ashe that you possibly can, because womb healing is not easy. We carry the wombs of every woman of our lineage in our wombs. Like, my grandmother had me in her womb, my great-great-grandmother had me in her womb, I have my great-great-great-grandchildren in my womb. So we have to really understand the power of womb healing, and this is why we have an attack on our womb, especially as melanated women. We have an attack on our wombs, and we have to be the ones who break the curse. And if you are watching this right now, then you have been chosen to be the one to break the cycle in your family, to break the cycle of infertility, to break the cycle of hormonal dysfunction, to break the cycle of birth control and poverty and things like that. Like, you are called to this. You are not watching this by chance. That is all I have for you, you guys. If you finish this and you feel like, okay, now what am I supposed to do, Yinka? I feel all of this lifted off of me, but I also don't know what to do next. Then the next thing I'm going to tell you to do is click the link in the bio and book a free consultation to the Hormone Challenge. And since the curse has been lifted, it'll be a lot easier for you to go through the Hormone Challenge and start healing the physical aspect of your own womb, so that the generations after you won't have to suffer. So like this video if it was helpful for you. Leave me some purple hearts down in the comments if you learned anything, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, I offer you to subscribe, because there's plenty more videos where this came from, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
I'm the spiritual type, and I'm a boss too. I'm a strong black woman. I can teach you femininity, the life of luxury. Come chill with me and let me show you. Yinka.